exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. Pick of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100*21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
For 40 years, your trust has been our most valuable investment.
We have turned your savings into investments, delivering returns that grow with you.
We are driven by innovation, defined by convenience. So wherever life takes you, your fund is right there.
Mommy, look. Because we are in the business of changing lives today and shaping tomorrow.
Join us for the 13th annual members meeting.
Happening 22nd September 2025, starting at 9 a.m. live on TV and online to discover a steadfast performance guided by accountability and built on transparency. Visit www.nssfug.org/AMM 2025 to register your attendance. NSSF, a better life.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great...
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Good morning and thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyitono. Welcome to Good Morning Uganda Extra, which is an extension of Good Morning Uganda. Now, this morning, we are going to be looking at the census. Of course, we all know we held the census, but we want to interest ourselves in the baseline education census and statistical programs and other statistical programs. And I'm with Didicus Okoth, who happens to be the Principal Public Relations Officer, Uganda Bureau of Statistics, with whom we are going to be discussing this and more. Good morning and welcome, Didicus.
Good morning, viewers. Good morning, Chirab.
Now, for our viewer, when we talk about the education baseline census, let's begin by defining what this is.
Thank you, viewers. Baseline education census is one of our currently flagship activity that we are undertaking. This exercise was launched in April by the First Lady and the Minister for Education and Sports. And the purpose mainly is to generate current baseline statistics for the education sector. And the exercise started on 17th of April this year. Okay. And of course, this being a education-based statistics, we visit education institutions and pick this information from learners, from teachers, and from other support staff. And therefore, we've been doing it each time the term is running. And that's why, in as much as we had timeline of concluding this exercise by August or the end of second term, we were not able to beat this deadline. But because we believe in quality and comprehensiveness of data, we have to ensure that we do a complete enumeration of all schools and learning institutions. And these, of course, involve the pre-primary. We have primary schools, we have secondary schools, we have vocational institutions, but also we have the universities, or what we may call the tertiary institutions. And therefore, this exercise is going to cover all formal learning institutions in this country, and we pray and hope that at the end of this exercise, we are able to generate quality statistics that can support the planning in the education sector. So, we already completed Greater Kampala, Mukono Wakiso, we completed Busoga, we completed Sebei, Elgon, Buganda, we concluded Ankole. Now, as this term, the third term, which has started today officially, we have already programmed and had a rehearsal with our data collectors, who are going to be strictly supervised by the members of management. Those are the executive directors, I mean the deputy directors and the heads of department. These form, of course, management of the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, to ensure that we comprehensively finish the remaining parts of the country and come any other area that we think need cleaning up. So we have the entire West Nile hadn't been yet covered. We have the entire Karamoja sub-region and the Rwenzori sub-region. And these are the places where we are going to have adequate deployment to ensure that we are able to interact with all the education facilities or institutions in those areas and ensure that we collect this data within the shortest time period. Because remember, this term, the third term, is the shortest term. Very soon we shall have the candidates in P7 sitting for their final exams, and we do not want to disrupt that program. That's why we are going to have a number of people involved in this exercise, a number of field staff under supervision to ensure that we have quality during field exercise, and of course this will translate definitely into the final report when we generate it.
Maybe most important is re-accounting students. I want you to re-emphasize or emphasize the reason why this is being conducted, specific objectives. Because when you tell parents that, or when a child comes home and says we were counted, you know, also schools. We have private schools. If you're going to private schools, I mean, is it a mandatory exercise? One would say, in my school, I don't want children to be counted, you know. To the students themselves, if you're going to look at higher learning as well, you know, the students themselves, one may just say, I don't want to be counted. So please throw more light into this.
Thank you. Viewers, this is a national program, and as you may be aware, we are responsible for all official statistics that support the planning processes of the country in the different sectors: education, agriculture, health, infrastructure development, and so on and so forth. And therefore, I want to believe that the main reason as to why we need these statistics to come out accurately and also timely is because education informs part of the development process. If you do not have a well-educated society, somehow you will be degrading your development progress. Therefore, this country needs citizens who are informed, citizens who are able to read and write in at least one language. This country needs citizens who can compete favorably with, first of all, with other citizens in others within the sub-region, but even at international level. And therefore, for us as a developing country to reach that magnitude, one of the things that will determine our competitive rate is that we are having an informed society. We are having a society where children have quality education. We are having a society where citizens understand what is happening in other countries, and they can make it a discussion in the local setting, and therefore see how best we can comparatively compete with other citizens from other countries. And that's why having a quality education statistical information is going to inform a big part of our planning processes, because the government will then be able to understand, and maybe I will take members through what exactly we are going to do. Because, and let me jump there to actually re-emphasize and make a point into understanding why this exercise is very important.
Yes.
Number one, we are going to be defining or finding out how many learners we have in this country.
That is one.
That is point number one. How many learners exactly do we have? From all the different stages of learning. We have, of course, pre-primary. These will go to kindergarten. We have the primary level. We have secondary level. We have tertiary institutions. But how many exactly do we have? Do we know the numbers of our learners? These are critical statistical information that we need to have to enable the government say that yes, in this sub-region or this sub-county or this district, these are the number of learners. But again, we are also going to find out the infrastructure that support quality learning. Classrooms. Do schools have adequate classrooms to support the number of learners in a particular school? We have the books, we have the textbooks. Schools are supposed to have textbooks because this is the source of information, or where they need to pick what they should be able to learn, read and understand what they are doing. So we have the textbooks, we have the classrooms, we have toilet facilities. Do we have enough toilet facility to support a certain population in a given school? So that is in the area of infrastructure. The government needs to understand and know that these are some of the things that will support proper learning, quality learning. Are all children able to sit on a desk or to sit on a table and are able to write, or are some of them still struggling with even finding where to put their books and pen to write? So we are going to be picking information on the name of the learner,
name of the learner,
the age of the learner, the NIN number of the learner, the learner's identification number, what we call LIN. We're going to be able to pick that information so that clearly the ministry is able to understand and appreciate the number of learners across the whole country. But we're also going to pick information on the teaching members of staff. Number one, the name of the teacher, the national identification number of the teacher, the teacher management information. We have that information. It is normally given by the Ministry of Education. We have the EMIS number. That project has been ongoing under the Ministry of Education. We're going to be picking that information. And then the level of qualification of the teacher. And then the subject a particular or individual teacher teaches. All this is going to be segmented, and we shall be able to know that the number of science teachers are this, the number of geography teachers are this, the number of arts teachers are this. And of course, all this is going to inform better planning into the education sector. Where does then the government need to invest more in training our teachers, whom we so much need, because we need them to impact knowledge on our children, on ourselves, so that we are able to have a capacity to say, I am educated, I have gone to school, I can discuss issues, I can make a contribution to my community or to my society. Whether I have a permanent job or I don't have a permanent job, I maybe, like for example, now the president is, there is a lot of promotion on skilling the youth, skilling the women and girls. They are able then to start up something for themselves because of the kind of education that we want people to go through. And therefore, all of these cannot just be determined like by hearsay. We need scientific examination, scientific evidence to provide these accurate numbers. But also we shall be picking information on the non-teaching staff. Those are people who actually support in other areas of school. We have the accountants, we have drivers at school, we have security guards or security officers. Are you getting me? All those people we are going to be picking information, their name, their names, their age, so that at the end of the day, we have a baseline to say that in the Ministry of Education, we have a comprehensive information that the policy makers, the planners can sit and say, these are where we have made progress, but also these are where we are seeing or observing some gaps, and therefore we should be able to address them.
Some gaps and be able to address them. Now, what methodology are you going to use? Because we have pre-primary, we have primary, we have O-level, we have advanced level, we have universities. Now, what methodology are you going to be using to collect this data?
Thank you. Now we are in the digital era, and if you remember, even the census we used, it was a digital census where we're picking information using tablets. This time round, we are still going to be using tablets, but we shall seek for support of the teaching staff or members of staff, especially for the learners in the lower primary, from kindergarten up to about P4, P5. These are the teachers who will be helping us to clearly tell us more about the learners. But of course, from primary 5, primary 6, a child knows their name, they even know their age.
Yes.
But also we need support of the parents of these children. We need the parents to provide, for example, the lien for the learners, the national identification number. Of course, some of them have numbers. They may not be having the physical cards, but they already have what? The numbers. Those numbers were provided by NIRA. So we need to pick all that information. So I want to also call upon our parents to share this information, especially in these areas that I earlier talked about. We have West Nile, we have Rwenzori sub-region, we have Karamoja, and have a few places we shall be combing just to ensure that we have a well-validated data collection exercise that can ensure that we have accurate data, timely data, comprehensive data, because we don't want to leave any information outside.
Now, when we look at the time you've given yourselves, do we see this being done? Because very soon candidates will begin exams, and we're talking about that period seeing you when you're done and dusted with this.
Definitely, our prayer is to ensure that we are able to complete this exercise within the shortest time period. And because we are very considerate of the Minister of Education program, that learners will soon be going to sit for their final exams, and therefore it is our responsibility, core responsibility, to ensure that we do not affect that process, but we also ensure that we are able to do what we are supposed to do as given by our mandate. And that's why I talked about enough deployment. We shall be having adequate field staff who are going to be picking this information, who are actually going to be supervised highly by the high-level members of management to ensure that we are able to beat time, we are able to there should be no compromise when it comes to data collection. We should be able to pick every information as given in the questionnaire.
As given in the questionnaire. So our parent there watching, a student watching, in case they come to you, please volunteer this information. Now, as we move away from this education baseline survey, what are other support programs into this?
We have other information that personally and as an institution, we would love to share and make Ugandans aware of these available information. Over the weekend, I came across there was a post online on social media, and it was talking about I think it was an interest group kind of people. It was talking about the border economy. So I saw they designed it and put up there Uganda's population, 45.9 million, Yubo census report. Then they went down to say how many youths population do we have. They put the figure. How many are involved in border activities? They put the figure. So they went on showing how there's so many number of youths who are actually involved in the border activities. Now, when you look at the census 2024 that we did, whose results we published on the 31st of December 2024, we have gone further in ensuring that we generate much lower level statistical data information. And this data, as it was given and provided for in our roadmap, right from the time when we started planning for the census activities, we have now published statistics up to the parish level.
Okay.
Up to the parish level, and for the whole country. This data we've officially released in June this year, and it is our mandate also to ensure that we are able to push forward or provide the best opportunities for citizens to access this information. So away from just putting these results onto our website, www.ubos.org, where all the statistical information can be accessed, we have also decided to go to district level and disseminate this information to the local leaders, to the opinion leaders, to the religious leaders, to policy formulators at local government level. So from today and going forward for another another 10 days, we are going to be engaging various local government leaders into appreciating this lower level statistics from the national level. From when you talk of a total population, the district population, sub-county population, sub-county profile, we have other demographic characteristics. We have the issues to do with education. We have things to do with economic activities. We have the literacy issue. We have health issues. We have housing conditions of the population in our areas. We have access to safe drinking water. We have access to markets. We have access to, we have those who are involved in subsistence economy. We talk of 31% of the population, but how many are they in the various localities? So we are going to ensure that we provide and make accessible and also make it user-friendly, that this statistics is available, and any citizen who feels should use it, any researcher, any politician who would love to use it for a political debate can access it and actually make good use of it. So we are going to do what we call a comprehensive dissemination activity to ensure that we are able to reach out to our people with quality statistics.
With quality statistics, that is what we always advocate for, that please have the right statistics. There is a body that does that for you, and that is the Uganda Bureau of Statistics. And we've just looked at the education baseline survey that will enable government properly understand how many schools are there, look at the challenges, look at where more effort has to be put. Now, allow me to go for a very short break. I'm still with my guest, and we are still talking statistics.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Kamiso now. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break, and thank you for being with us on UBC TV. We are still looking at issues regarding statistics and our population. Now, we first looked at the baseline education census and other statistical programs. Now, this census is ongoing, and we are asking school head teachers, owners of schools, when these officials come to you, please give them this information. You said which areas are now next?
We have, in fact, just to be clear, the deployment of the work will start on 17th of this month, and we shall roll until we ensure that we have had complete coverage, complete 100% coverage. West Nile, Karamoja, Rwenzori sub-region, Bunyoro area, Bunyoro sub-region. And I want to thank you for actually calling upon the school owners.
Yes.
Yeah, because in the previous activity that we have done in the last 2 terms, we had a small bit of challenges, especially with the private schools. I think there was a misunderstanding. They had not actually perhaps understood why. And we are here to emphasize the why we need this information. Please, when the enumerators come to your school, kindly receive them and cooperate with them. Provide them with the kind of information that they'll be asking. There is no statistics is a free good. Nobody sells it. And above all, it is to ensure that we have proper systems, proper planning, proper policies, proper evidence-based decision-making for our education sector as a country.
Now, away from that, let's head to the findings from the National Population and Housing Census 2024. Now, here we are interested first in the field of health, because we know for any population, health is a very big issue. Didakas, take us through the findings of the health sector.
I think the most important for me when it comes to health issues, and that we must appreciate our country and our government, is how much people are able to live longer today compared to 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and even maybe 40 years ago. Our life expectancy at birth, when we say life expectancy at birth, we mean the number of years a child born today can live. And the life expectancy at birth today has progressed to 68.2 years. 68 years.
That means a Ugandan can now live...
An average Ugandan can live for 6 to 8 years. And that is a measurement, standard measurement. But of course, there are those who can live longer. There are those who can live longer because what determines living longer, some it is genetical, some it is lifestyle. How you behave may determine how much you can live.
Our president today has made 81 years.
Has made 81 years.
Happy birthday, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. May you live longer and longer and longer serving Ugandans. 81 years.
Fantastic. And we want to thank God for the long life that He has given him and the wisdom that He has given him. And actually, in his statistical measurements, when you go beyond 85, you can even live up to 100. So we pray that the president can cross to 85 and he goes beyond.
Yes.
So we thank God for that. So our life expectancy has actually appreciated. We are doing much, much better in as far as we can live. But again, there is what we call under 5 mortality rate. It has also reduced to only 46 deaths. That a child below the age of 5, those that may die, out of 1,000 who are alive, out of 1,000 who are alive, only 46 may die. That means that there is a great improvement on how we manage the life of the young children. And I think some of the explanations are clear. The lot of advocacy with vaccination, that many of these communicable diseases can now easily be avoided by ensuring that a child undertakes vaccination. We now recently, I think our ministry even launched also malaria vaccination. And this is going to play a very good life supportive measure for the infants, for the children. That now a child may not easily suffer of malaria or die of malaria, knowing very well that in Africa, one of the greatest killers is actually what?
Malaria.
Is actually malaria. So if we have this malaria vaccine, and if we can embrace all these other vaccines, I think this figure, 46 deaths per 1,000 live births, it cannot even go lower and lower. And of course, statistics will tell us in the next 10 years, when we shall be doing census, and even maybe in the next 2-3 years, when we shall be having the Uganda Demographic and Health Survey. It also examines, it is one particular survey that also examines the issues of life expectancy, malaria prevalence, issues of deaths before first birthday, under 5, and so on and so forth. So, interestingly, there is a great improvement that the scientific measure is showing us, that we must be grateful, and I pray and hope that we shall even be doing much better in the years to come.
Now, that is in as far as life expectancy is concerned, and children dying before their 5th birthday. Now, there it shows improvement, that we live longer. Let's look at another indicator.
We have also the literacy. Our census revealed that our literacy rate has also gone up. We are now at 74% from 72% 10 years ago when we last did census in 2014.
Now that means 74% of Ugandans can read, can write.
Can read, can write, count in at least one language. They can read either, it can be English, it can be Luganda, it can be, because that is the measure by UNICEF. It is a
in
standard
at least
measure.
one language.
In at least
so
one
it
language.
may not be English.
You are
able to read
either in French or in Germany
Now coming back here in Acholi, in Luganda,
Yes.
in Rusoga, you are able to read, you're able to write.
Yes.
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 So that has
There
been
you are considered literate.
Mm.
You are considered literate.
Not going to school.
And reading with understanding. You can read, but also appreciate it. You can understand it.
Not to read and they ask, what have you been reading, and you can't.
You can read. Some people read, but may not understand what they are reading.
Yes.
They are reading because they have the capacity to read any language, but they may not be able to comprehend it or to understand it. So I think that is also a good progress. We are moving. We are moving very steadily. And now when we look at subsistence economy, and this is where I think the government has put in a lot of investment, and I think in the last the 5-year ending of the NRM government, there has been the issue to do with PDM, where the government has been trying as much as it can to ensure that the biggest part of the population get into the money economy and move away from the subsistence economy, where someone is only able to grow for home consumption. They grow for their stomach. They do not have any surplus to sell. They do not have any extra to sell and maybe get school fees or get treatment in case they are sick. They only grow and feed on it, and that's all. Our percentage, as far as the population, the number of households in the subsistence economy has actually reduced by almost half. Because 10 years ago, the number of households that were in the subsistence economy were 64%. 10 years later, 2024, the number of households in the subsistence economy are 33.1%. We must be grateful. This is not a mean achievement. Moving from 64 to 33.1%,
yes.
I think we are doing fairly well. And I want to believe that with so many interventions, and as this PDM program continues to penetrate the rural areas with more beneficiaries getting money, I think this figure will definitely change, and we shall be able to see it in the future. Households, so households in the, now when you look at households in the urban areas, only 18.8% of households in urban area and the subsistence economy, they can only manage to have what they can survive on. They do not have any extra. Now when we do a comparative analysis with the rural area, typical rural, 42.9% and the subsistence economy. But overall, at national level, the figure is 33.1%. Now when you look at the sub-regional distribution of households in the subsistence economy, at sub-region, when you're talking about now Acholi sub-region, Lango, Karamoja, Teso, Acholi is at 50% number of households in subsistence economy, Ankole 27.8%, those in subsistence economy. Buganda sub-region recorded 17.3% in subsistence economy. Busoga sub-region 38.0%. Bugisu sub-region they are at 41.2%. That is regional distribution. Buked sub-region 49.9%. There's still a lot of work to be done there. Bunyoro sub-region recorded 31.4%.
Still in poverty.
Not in poverty.
Like subsistence.
They are in a subsistence economy.
Subsistence economy.
Yes, because the measure...
They have, but yeah, I get it.
But they can only survive.
Because the poverty is, we look at the dollar.
Exactly.
Depending on a dollar for a day. But these ones can survive,
they can eat.
But they can't save anything to do something more than being able to survive.
More than being able to feed. Then Kampala, capital city, recorded only 1.7%.
Oh.
So the city is doing well.
It looks that many people in the city find it very hard to survive and invest or do anything else. But they live hand to mouth.
You see, while they may be finding it hard to survive, they actually make money. Because remember, they've been able to take their children to school here in Kampala, and they pay school fees. So there is a lot of improvement in Kampala Capital City Authority. Karamoja sub-region, they are at 70.9%. So the policymakers have a lot of work to do.
Well, in the interest of time, Didekas, there is where I'm very interested in.
Yes.
I want us to look at source of information. Source of information, the census, where we look at how many of our Ugandans own radios, how many have TVs. I'm interested in that area as well. Yes, we've looked at issues of subsistence economy, but let's rush to this as well.
Well, information is power. And it's only important that we have an informed society.
True.
We have a society that is able to listen to the conversation going around their area, going around their sub-county, district, we call it proximity, and maybe at country level. Now, we examine during census, we ask a question, how do you receive information? And many of the households responded that actually radio informs the biggest part of their source of what? Information. And I think it is true. Because you see, people can access the radio on their phones. Some have torches, but also has a radio. Some have the ordinary, traditional, small radios. So, 38.3% of households in 2024 said they are able to access information using or through radio system. Word of mouth, 21.5%. They are able to get communication through Chirabo. He says, hey, you know, the other person did this. The other person had this. There is a funeral there. There is a lumbe there. So they get information through what? Word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yes. Then also we have the phones. Phones, 14.9%. We have television, 14.1%. We have households that use committee meetings to get information. That one they recorded at 3.0%. We also have households that use community announcers as their source of information. I think you have seen these people who ride batambula negali, they have those megaphones. And they are coming, they are saying, hey, tomorrow we are going to start vaccinating children. Please bring your children, bring them to the health center 3. They get what? They get vaccination. So that population, the number of households that you say that they get information through that source were at 4.2%. And of course it changed. In the 2014 census, it was only 1%. But let me talk about access to safe water. Safe water is good. It is always good that the population drinks clean water. And because we know that clean water determines so many things, especially as far as health is concerned. There are some diseases that are spread just through dirty water. Talk of
and
cholera.
they'll tell you that over 90% of our diseases are preventable, that kill Ugandans. They are preventable.
Yes.
Because they are a result of poor hygiene. Now talk about the water. So we can prevent them if we have what it takes in place.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So 70.0% of households were within 1 kilometer radius from an improved water source. That means they have a borehole, they have tapped water. I think the government, through National Water and Sewage Corporation, has done quite a lot here. And maybe also there are these organizations who sometimes back have been putting boreholes. I think this has given us a very good improvement as far as accessing safe water is concerned. Then we have 81.1% of households actually had improved access to drinking water, safe drinking water source. They are at 81.1%. The 70.0% are those number of households that do not walk more than a kilometer to access what?
Water.
To access safe water. But 81.1% actually have access to safe water. And I want viewers to understand that.
Even may I beg more clarity, because I'm just assuming when I move around in rural areas, you hear them talk about water. Our challenge is water. Our challenge is safe water. Now, if I look at the percentage here, 81.1 of the households had access to improved water sources for drinking in 2024 compared to 71.2% in 2014.
I want to give a practical example. And I want to use my village as an example. My village, within my household, there's a tapped water. Yes. But within a space of 500 meters, there's a bore. And again, I think about another 700 meters, there's another bore. Actually, I am surrounded by about 4 boreholes and a tapped water. Yes, in a space of 10 years. And I think it is not only as common or rare in my area, but I think it is something that is gradually being felt across the whole country. But we also know that there has been a lot of efforts by national water to extend safe drinking water in town councils, sub-counties. And I think this determines why these figures, we are seeing an improvement in this area. Then we have 43.6% of households had improved sanitation. Sanitation, the toilet facilities, bathrooms, they shower in a cleaner environment. They have access to either good pit latrines or toilets. But then, before I know we don't have enough time, but let's talk about source of energy for lighting and cooking. The statistics shows that 75.5% of households use clean energy for lighting. And clean energy means either solar or clean energy. We have solar, we have those
electricity,
liquefied
gas.
Yes, yes. So 75%
of our population,
of our households, yes. This is measured in households, not just a population. We have 82.2% of households in urban areas use clean energy for lighting. Now you will see when you go to the village, the rural electrification is faring. Most villages are now lit. Electricity, the population can easily tap into their households. And again, I want to give an example of my village. We have poles everywhere. It is only our responsibility as households to ensure that we tap it into our houses. We have 70.4% of households in rural areas using clean energy. Urban, we had 82%. 53% of households use electricity for lighting in 2024. 64.5% of households use firewood as the main type of cooking fuel. And of course, this also is explained by our rural setting. Rural setting still determines that most households are still able to get firewood locally within their neighborhood and can use it to cook food. In terms of sanitation, overall 6.7% of households practice open defecation. They go to the bush.
That is very bad.
Yes, 6.7%. The percentage may not look so big,
but still,
it is an area that we need advocacy. We need advocacy so that we can have clean disposing of these wastes.
And I love the fact that you've used "we need advocacy." One time I was in northern Uganda, be more particular in Karamoja. Now we were touring, that is the NUSAF project. NUSAF. So when we went to these health centers, the toilets were very clean. So I came and asked one of the people who were taking us around, was Martin Okumu from Office of the Prime Minister by then. Now I asked this person, how come these people have toilets, that they are very clean? He told me, you know what, just move a few distance, you understand. Government had constructed a pit latrine there, but people were not going in there. I told me, no, people here believe that when a woman goes to that pit latrine, it affects her fertility. That a man, he may end up that some gadgets have fallen there. So, indeed, we need to do a lot of sensitization. What seems obvious may not be the obvious.
Yes.
Yes, please.
That's why I talked about advocacy. We may continue to sensitize. We have to continue to sensitize. The policymakers have to continue, the politicians. It must be a collective effort to see that this percentage reduces right from your village, right from where you come from. We have 99.2% of households in rural areas who practice open defecation. Rural areas. Rural areas. In urban areas, we have 3.0%.
Even in urban areas?
Yes.
Yes, I see.
Yes. Even urban areas we have. Then we have 49.7% of households who have unimproved toilet facilities. They have, but it is not improved. We have 59.0% of households in the rural area with unimproved sanitation or toilet facilities. So, generally, open defecation, I think for a long time it has been a problem.
Yes.
Not only in Uganda, but even in other parts of Africa. But critical to say is that we must, this can reduce. I remember when I was young, some time back, there was a system where which was being enforced by the local leadership at sub-county level, that every home must have a pit latrine.
And they would ensure it is being used.
The use
was another thing.
Was another thing.
But first,
but there was a kind of enforcement, enforcement that at your home you must have a toilet or a pit latrine.
I'm told that even people they used to arrest.
Yes, they could even arrest those. If you didn't have a pit latrine,
then you're taken.
Then you would be taken.
Well, Didakas, we can take a whole day letting Ugandans know the findings, because these are very important for you as a Ugandan. If you look at your region where you're the people practicing open defecation, to the local leaders, we know that disease outbreaks, disease outbreaks like cholera and others, have a connection, typhoid, with people eating or taking drinks that are contaminated with fecal material. Now, you as a leader, how do you ensure that to reduce the disease burden in your area, you ensure that people have pit latrines? We talked about safe water sources. How do you advocate for more of these? This is why these statistics are very important. Why should you interest yourself to go at the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, get a copy of this as a responsible leader, because this will shape how you plan. This will shape your manifesto. This will shape your pledges, by the way, to the public. And every Ugandan, interest yourself, because you know how we've moved forward, where we have stunted or stagnated. All this is in this Census and Housing Report 2024. Didakas, as we move out of here, your parting shot, please.
Thank you, our dear viewers. Allow me to say that as we embark on the last part of the exercise on baseline education census, would like to urge and call upon all our parents, all our teachers, all our head teachers, school proprietors, and the entire management to support this program, especially in those areas which are not yet completed. I talked about West Nile, we have Rwenzori sub-region, Bunyoro sub-region. That entire stretch, we need to clean it up, we need to comb it, and ensure that we have a complete coverage of the baseline education census. Therefore, your cooperation and with the leaders in those areas. The LOC5 chairpersons, the RDCs support this government program.
Foster and ensure there is national development in effective planning, because then you know who you're planning for, the number, you know how big the problem you're addressing is. Have the best of your day. May the good Lord be with you till tomorrow. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.